Many people reject God today because they view God as like this toddler throwing a tantrum. And if you don't do the right things and say the right things, he's going to get real upset. And he's going to throw you into hell and torture you forever and ever like you're bugs in a jar. That's one really view of God that's distorted, but it's kind of popular in the American psyche. God is not anything like a toddler throwing a tantrum. No, good theology says God is the ground of existence itself. He is the one that holds the whole universe together. It's in him we live and breathe and have our being. And any doctrine of hell that doesn't take that into consideration is a bad doctrine of hell. Hell is ultimately the outcome of our rejection of the author of life. Hell is eternal self-collapse because he is the one that holds all things together. Hell is eternal self-centeredness because God is the eternal selfless one. And so if we separate ourselves from him, we're only left with ourselves. Hell is like a giant black hole that only can take light. It can never become like a star and emit light. The Catechism says in paragraph 1472, punishment must not be conceived of as a kind of vengeance inflicted by God from without, but as following from the very nature of sin. In paragraph 1035, the chief punishment of hell is eternal separation from God, in whom alone man can possess the life and happiness for which he was created and for which he longs. An ancient Christian teacher says it like this: the soul shall be found to be outside the order and connection and harmony in which it was created by God. Not harmonizing, it will experience the chastisement and torture that arises from warring with itself and feel punished by its own disorder and condition. As the Gospel of John says in chapter 3, verse 19, and this is the judgment, that the light has come into the world, and people love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. The light came down, and King Herod hated it. King Herod wanted to snuff out the light. He wanted to kill the light. And so what does he do? He creates a bloodbath trying to get to the King of Glory, but he can't get to him. Why? Because his will is not united with the divine will, and so he finds himself fighting against God. Eventually, King Herod dies, and we can pretty much guess that he finds himself in eternal opposition against God. And for him, hell is this friction against God. And for him, hell is an eternal war going on inside of himself. He is stuck with his own sins. He's in torment and in punishment with his own self-disaster, his own self-destruction against God. If you want to learn more about heaven, hell, and the afterlife, subscribe to this channel. And if you really need to find out, go ahead and contact me through the comments, and I can walk you through on how to be saved and trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. Lastly, we'll be doing a course on eschatology, which is the study of last things. We'll be covering the topics of heaven, hell, purgatory, the end of the world, the Antichrist, the tribulation, what's all of that about, and finally the resurrection and the new creation that is to come. It'll be an exciting course, so I hope you'll be able to join us. And stay tuned for also more teaching series and courses that'll be coming out from this channel in the future. God bless and have a great day.